Should we put this in Ender mode, or should we stick with the live mode still?
Up to you. It's entirely your preference.
I'm gonna go with live mode.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Off the stream. Done. I've put all my effort into that one glorious move, and I'm tired.
And that's it. Goodbye.
Hello, everybody in the chat today.
Everybody in the chat.
Welcome to the Daring Player Squad channel. Today is a Thursday, which usually is Ash, but Ash has some stuff to do, so we took over for her stream today. And that means that we get to go ahead a couple days early with the new Phoenix Wright, the next Phoenix Wright game, which is called it's called Ace Attorney, Just Ice for All.
Just ice.
Just ice for
all.
Only ice.
For all y'all.
Like 10-20% ice.
Extra ice. Just ice.
So yeah, we go into a new game, and then we'll be able to play Just Ice for All. Do you have the controller really quick? I'll put down the volume just a scooch. Just a scotch. As you can hear from that.
Better.
Meter.
Surprise!
And the surprise bad boy stuff.
I
What is
know.
this? I am surprised.
It is. I am a surprise. It is a surprise. Sapooter.
So here we go. It's gonna be the Lost Trinaboot. So let's without further ado, let's play some Phoenix Wright. Ace Attorney, Just
Phoenix
Ice for
Wright.
All.
Spooky.
How to get into this mess?
How didn't you get into this mess, Phoenix? That's far enough. You can't run forever. Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Oh, it's the judge. He's having a bad dream. What? What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this. But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title. Give him the hammer.
Justice Hammer.
Bad hammer.
No, not the judge.
Hello, Paul.
No.
Hello, friend geek. Welcome to the Daring Player Squad channel again.
Hello.
Ash is away today. She's got some stuff to focus on, so we're taking over for this day with brand new bad voice dubs. We're playing Just Ice for All, Ace Attorney.
Surprise.
Surprise.
Oh, is that why?
His phone. Yeah. Is that a bear?
It does
The
look like a
picture?
bear.
No, I think it's a monkey.
Oh, maybe a hot spring monkey.
That's a hot spring monkey. What a nightmare. I bet it was this ringtone that caused it. I really shouldn't be dozing off right before trial starts anyways.
It's true. What are you
So, if you haven't played Phoenix Wright before, we always start with a basic trial, which is usually pretty easy. It's to help tutorialize everything and kind of bring you back up to speed. Friend geek. See, you've got your hands on the Japanese keyboard.
Yeah.
Kanisawa? What's that? Oh no, konnichiwa. Oh,
No.
the konnichiwa. I think that's konnichiwa.
Yeah, that does say konnichiwa.
Okay, it's konnichiwa. Konnichiwa.
K.
Huh? Is it?
Kon.
Oh, ko. Sorry. Ko. C-O-K-O-N. I think say C all the time.
Yeah.
Cut sound. Konnichi. You have to use a special.
Konnichiwa. No, you said konnichiwa.
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 Very close. Almost there.
Konnichiwa.
Duolingo is your worship the Duolingo bird.
Yeah, it's not the greatest. You're forgetting. No, I'm forgetting the English language because I said K, C instead of K. They both make K sounds, so fuck it.
I thought you were bae.
Huh? Looks like they hung up.
Ooh.
Oh, it's Birdman. Oh, good. I just typed random words. It's nothing personal, Mr. Attorney. Look how extra he is with those little
extra
eyelashes.
eyelashes.
That was just fam.
I thought you were bae. Now you just fam. Ooh, you got downgraded.
I don't need you.
Man, you just got beamed over the head with a...
Should I just download it? I want to learn Japanese so I can get Japanese babes. Are you... Oh, easy question here. Are you a white boy? If you are leagues ahead of everyone else. If you are... Ironically enough, if you know English, most Japanese girls would like to talk to you. It's a great way to practice.
Not gonna lie.
Not gonna lie, you are like leagues ahead of everybody. Like, are you a white guy that speaks English? You're good. Oh, my head, it's... throbbing. And why does it feel so foggy in here? Right. So the way they rationalize why you don't know how to be a lawyer for the tutorial is because you get knocked out, right?
I was not expecting that. Just
throbbing. Oh, Joyce.
Oh yeah. She's definitely gonna be a little bit birdie, a little bit birdie. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's... Oh wait, no, she has to... shit. What's wrong? You don't look well. I can't, hold on, I'm gonna have to, like, practice your Detective Gumshoe a little bit.
You don't look well.
You don't look well.
It's a Brooklyn accent.
Yeah, but I don't know how to...
Brooklyn. Hey, I'm walking here.
Yeah, but...
People are the best at the first thing in the morning. You just gotta, like, basically, like,
alright, well, people...
Where's that fighting spirit?
Where's that fighting spirit? There we go. She's gonna be a Brooklyn girl. Just like Detective Gumshoe.
Sorry, but could you please turn the cheeriness down? My head sort of hurts, if you know what I mean. It's really sensitive.
Roger that!
Roger that. Am I in trouble or something?
Huh? Trouble? Almost. You're almost konnichiwa. You need an extra konnichiwa.
Yeah. Huh? Trouble? Oh, sorry, huh? Trouble. Oh, wait, never mind. You're a policewoman, right? I thought maybe I had done something wrong.
What are you talking about? I'm the one in trouble.
Am the one in trouble. Says. What?
I'm placing my life in your hands today, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
There's more. That's what caught me.
Oh, whatever. I'll get there.
Mr. Phoenix Wright? Right?
We'll get there. She doesn't get she gets eventually more Brooklyn. She's not in an active relationship with Gumshoe yet. She'll pick it up.
No. It's ko, and ni, and I, chiwa. And first, I think you got the wa wrong too.
Huh?
It's particle.
Konnichiwa.
Yeah. It's okay. I don't have time to give you a basis in Japanese. So we're just gonna tell you did fine. Okay. We'll give you.
Don't worry. You're only going into middle school. You got
plenty.
You got years to learn. Don't worry. We're like fucking 30.
Do they have the JET program everywhere? Or is it JET program exclusively Canada?
No, JET program is fucking everywhere.
Yeah, if you're really interested in looking into Japanese learnings.
Okay, JET program you can't do until you have a bachelor's, but you do need a bachelor's degree.
Hold on, let's see if I can help. Okay, I'm gonna 1 second. See if I can do this.
What? Nani?
Trying to find my keyboard settings. I think it's Alt space.
That's if you have it activated, but you don't have it activated.
1 second. Language. I got it. We're a bunch of old weird people. Yeah, we're old nerds.
We're old
nerds.
Old nerds.
Add language. Add the Japanesey.
Add the Japaneses.
I don't need speech. Don't need handwriting. Not me. Okay, Joyce has got it. Joyce will explain to you why wa is not wa when you're saying wa in terms of when you're using it as a particle. So just to show you right now, when you say like I am, it's like watashi wa, you don't use the wa as the proper wa. You use particle, let's see at the very end, you use ha, which becomes wa when you're using it as a particle, and that particle can mean it belongs to me, you're this in a direction, or like a figure or an amount. It's really weird. It's just really weird. Joyce and I have basics in Mandarin and yeah, Mandarin, right?
Huh?
We both learned Mandarin a bit when we were
Yeah.
younger. Joyce is fluent. I'm a fluent speaker-ish. I was only taught a little bit when I was a child, so we understand the ideas of what particles mean, like what particles are. Like for example, it's like what's a good word for a particle in English? Like a belonging particle.
Apostrophe S.
Apostrophe S. There you go. Anyway, moving on.
You promised me. You said you would prove that I was not guilty.
She's very proper. I don't think she has a Brooklyn accent.
Well,
She's supposed to be the refined sort of girl, and then, in my opinion, she is like the very like prim and proper, like kind of like police officer lady, and it's Dick Gumshoe that's like the old dog, right?
they find each other.
No, I don't think they do actually. Do they? Whatever. Not guilty.
Just when I thought all hope was lost, when all the other lawyers had laughed me off.
She should be Snow White.
Oh my god. Leave it. If it was Snow White, leave it to me, you said. Nah, that doesn't. You, the one and only Phoenix Wright, came to save the day. Nah. And just like that, I was moved to tears, sir.
Move the tears. Fair.
But I'll never forget what you're doing for me, ever.
What's this girl babbling about?
Actually, I really love to watch court proceedings, and I always root for you to win.
When you do double O, the court.
Court?
Root?
Root?
Yeah, really throat.
Root.
I always root for you to win.
When I'm off duty.
Off duty?
When I'm off duty, I like to come here and
I like come
and what's wrong? You've been acting real strange and you keep staring at me.
Don't take everything so literal. You say acting. You're acting.
Acting.
Really strange.
You're making me kind of nervous, sir. Nervous.
You want to make as many shortcuts as you can to make yourself sound like an idiot. Like that's what Dick Gumshoe does when he talks. And I used to get done. It's like, how can I shorten this? How can I shorten this one syllable word even more shorter? Oh, sorry. I'm afraid to ask, but here it goes. So this might sound bad, but who are you?
What? Mr. Wright, how can you say that? How can you do this to the fragile heart of a girl about to go on trial? You're absolutely horrible.
No, I mean, I didn't mean it like that.
Is this how a defense attorney treats his client, sir? I can't believe this.
No, it's just, well, I think you have the wrong person.
Yes, I'm...
Who am I? Why am I drawing a blank?
Oh my god.
Yeah, so this is how they convince you that like you need to be retrained as a lawyer, even though you were a lawyer very well for the first part of like you were
The previous game.
Prevalent, a pretty good lawyer the first game, because you get baffed in the head. The trial begins shortly. Will the defendant and her lawyer please proceed to the courtroom immediately?
The trial's about to start. I'm counting on you in there, okay? Okay.
The trial.
I
I guess I must have amnesia. Let's see, what can I piece together? From the sound of things, it's probably safe to say I'm a defense attorney. And that girl, I said I'd prove her not guilty. I can't believe I made her such an irresponsible promise.
My name is Maggie Bird.
Oh, someone please! Tell me this is just a bad dream! Why do I get a feeling this is one dream I won't be waking up from?
Oh,
A gulp?
a leg up. Ah, yes. Reactions to the armored Mewtwo.
Yeah, Armored Mewtwo for Pokemon Go. I'm like, BAM!
Ooh, that pimp slap.
Mechanized pimp slappage. Court is now in session for court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The prosecution's ready, Your Honor! What is it, Mr. Wright? Sir, are you talking to me? Do you see any other defense attorneys here? I guess not. Well then, are you ready? No. No. What if I said no? Would that be alright? Of course it wouldn't. Of course it wouldn't. Why bother asking to begin with? Actually, you see, Your Honor, my memory's kind of... The court will now hear the defense's excuses. Because the defendant is a member of the police, this case is under great scrutiny. Therefore, we must make this trial fair but swift. I believe I've told you this before. I hope you're not telling me you've forgotten. Actually, I have. Wop wop. Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please. Yes, Your Honor! As I am sure you're well aware, the defendant is accused of killing her lover. That's what's worse. Her lover was also a fellow police officer. A policeman? You did what to a policeman?
It wasn't me. And besides, Dustin and I, we weren't lovers like that. Lovers.
Lovers.
Yeah, we weren't lovers like
You
that.
said lovers. The O should be an A. Lovers. In any case, the prosecution will prove that the guilty party is none other than the defendant. Oof.
Oof.
Very well. I only have to do Payne once. So
Yeah, thankfully.
Very well. Mr. Payne, please call your first witness. It's funny because when he says objection, it's pretty much the same sound. He like squeals. And also he has hair in this.
For a bit.
Yeah, so... That's not his real hair. It's been a while, Mr. Wright! Let's see what you've learned since last time. He also thinks that you're rivals when really you're not.
I miss Edgeworth already. Oh, you're gonna keep missing.
I won't show you any mercy this time, rookie!
It's okay, Wayward. You're gonna get someone even better than Edgeworth.
you'll love this one.
You gonna love her.
She's a feisty little Deutsch kitten. You'll like her.
She's feisty.
She's feisty. Okay, and who are you?
Oh, yeah.
The prosecution
Prepare your gay little heart.
The prosecution calls Detective Dick Gumshoe to the stand.
Here we go. Don't let me down, Mr. Wright.
Right.
Right.
Not right. Right.
Right.
Keep your mouth. You want to use a little as your mouth as possible. When you do a Brooklyn accent, you just want to talk like this all the time. You know?
Or
I'm
is
walking here. Yeah.
Or is it?
Nowhere to hide. I'm so dead.
So dead. Yeah.
Oh, look, he's so sad. Witness, please state your name and occupation. My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicide down in the precinct, sir. You don't look very well, detective. Well, sir, the defendant, she works under me, so you know. You work under that detective?
The Brooklyn Rage. Yes, sir. And while I was a trainee, he was always watching out for me, sir.
Not what? It's watching.
Yeah, okay.
No, you're cocketing it up. And
I
it's
said it will
You
take
said
a
Brooklyn.
while.
You are
She'll
dipping
get
severely
there.
into
I
the
said
cockney.
she'll get there. And as well,
Sir.
sir,
Now that's Texan.
I don't care. He's such a wonderful guy, sir. I'll never forget what he's done for me, sir.
Okay, calm down. I believe you. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder.
I know I'm doing my best, okay? Leave me alone. Leave Brittany alone.
I'm gonna do a British accent.
I never said British.
I'm just saying. I'm like, this is me pretending to be you. I'm gonna do a British accent. Hey, what's up? This is cool. British accent. You're like, just like, okay.
I said I'll get there. I didn't say I was gonna be there tonight.
Yes, sir. The boys are fighting. I'm sorry. It happened in the park near the headquarters. Expose Park. Expose Park. All the way. Yeah, so many puns. So many puns. The victim was one of the local cops, Dustin Prince. He was pushed down the bench. He was pushed down from the benches in the upper paths. The landing between his body, the landing beat up his body bad and he snapped his neck. The details are listed in the report that was distributed yesterday. Ah, yes, the autopsy report, correct? Why do I not remember getting a copy? I see everything as in order here. Even the estimated time of death is unusually well documented. The victim's watch stopped the impact of the landing, sir. The results of the autopsy confirmed the time of death. If I may, Your Honor, the prosecution would like to submit this photograph. Very well, the court accepts it into evidence. Paragraph 1, added to the court. Now then, I recall that yesterday's preliminary hearing, a very important piece of evidence was brought to our attention. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Yes, I guess? Mr. Wright, is your head on right today? That was a very crucial piece of evidence found under the victim's body. Was there?
Have you lost your mind?
Well, actually, it's just nerves. Give me a second.
What? How can you talk like such an amateur? I thought you were a pro, sir. All right, sir. I'll help you through this. At a time like this, maybe you ought to glance at the court record.
Court record?
Yep. Info about evidence and people involved in this case are all listed there, sir. You can look at the court record by pressing tab.
Tab, huh? You really know what you're talking about, don't you? Okay, so we got my attorney's badge.
Oh, so, Friend Geek was trying to, say konnichiwa, and we were going over, why it's konnichiwa, and like,
particles.
and like, what was it? Kanji instead of katakana, and like because we know Mandarin, we have a little bit of the advantage in the Chinese words.
Not Chinese words. Use of particles.
And use of particles.
I never mentioned anything about kanji.
Okay, but still, it's too bad I'm a cop, right? Just think, I could totally.
Cap. Why do you always do an "o" sound when it's an "a" sound?
Shut up!
You have a Cockney accent, and it's
We'll
driving
get
me
there.
nuts.
She can start as Cockney then. Fucking, she can start as Cockney.
I know, but you were like, I'm gonna do a Brooklyn accent.
Because she'll get there.
That's Brooklyn, right? I'm like, yeah,
No,
sure.
I said she'll get there. I want her to sound similar, but not exactly like Gumshoe.
Yeah, you don't sound like Gumshoe at all. It's a Cockney accent.
Shut the fuck up.
Sorry.
You can do this on your own and voice everything.
I will.
Fine.
I don't want you. Me and Mr. Cat will do it. You can be replaced by Mr. Cat. Man, you're so great. I love your Cockney accent. Actually, I'm gonna use him as a backrest. Thank you. My back hurts so much. Ow. All right. Ow.
I could totally be a legal aid instead.
Not with that accent. No one ever believed you were from Brooklyn.
Shut up!
Hey, I'm liking it. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Court is in session. Save your chit-chat for later. Sorry, Your Honor. Well, I guess I'd better check the court record and see what I can
That's
find.
right. Save your chit-chat for later.
Tab? All right, Mr. Wright. Let's see if your notes are in order and if your defendant can get her accent on straight. Oh, wait, you use profiles of this one now?
Oh yeah, you do. She's only 22.
22.
Damn.
The only thing I can recall, the victim of the policeman seems he was dating the defendant. The prosecutor for this case lacks presence, generally bad at getting his points across. Dick Gumshoe, detective at local precinct in charge of initial investigation. They even got his ages right because it's approximately a year after, right? Yeah.
Jet Li has the happiest, friendliest Mandarin ever. Really? You think so?
I found in the pocket, don't remember what I got. Okay, so for some reason I can't actually inspect anything just yet. Found the victim on the victim's body, pieces of nearsighted lenses were found nearby. The picture, I can check this picture.
Look at all these gawkers up top.
Is he dead? Yeah. Call a fucking ambulance. Alright, Mr. Wright, let's see if your notes are in order. What was the piece of evidence found on the victim's body? A wallet, a police badge.
What makes Jet Li's Mandarin the happiest and the friendliest?
That's simple, Your Honor. A broken pair of glasses. That's right. The victim grabbed his killer's glasses as he was being shoved, sir. And he held onto them as he fell.
Hey! Why are you giving me the evil eye?
Those glasses you're wearing.
Yes, this is my spare pair. But these glasses they found at the scene of the crime are not mine, I swear!
You sure about that?
Look, it was a coincidence that on the same day I accidentally stepped on mine.
A coincidence, she says. Your Honor! I have further evidence to present. Oh, you have more? And this evidence is clearly decisive, very decisive. Very well. Let's hear from our witness about this evidence.
It's like every sentence he speaks ends with a little laugh. Oh, cute.
They even changed the testimony sound music now. There's something even more incriminating than the glasses under the victim's body, sir. Today, during his date, the victim was pushed from the bench area, but he managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. Maggie. I don't like saying it, but it's clearly the defendant's name, Maggie, sir. With this piece of evidence and the glasses, it's hard not to say she's the culprit. This is a picture of the writing, Your Honor.
Maggie!
Wow, this is. Well, it's a really nice handwriting.
I know, right?
Yes, I can see her name is clearly written here. The prosecution would like to submit this picture. Understood. The court accepts it into evidence.
Evidence.
As if the glasses didn't make you look suspicious. The victim even wrote your name clear as day on the ground.
But, I already told you, those glasses aren't mine.
And how do you explain the dying message?
It's a conspiracy. I'm not guilty, sir.
George was like looking out the window sporadically. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Cross-examine?
This is it. I'm counting on you.
Sure, but what am I supposed to do?
What? This isn't like you at all. Normally, this is the part where you get into the witness's face. Get in their faces and... Oh, no. Sorry.
Get in their faces? Then do what?
I guess there's no way around it. Okay, I'm going to lend you a hand. The prosecution's witness all hide things from the court, which means they lie from time to time.
You lied?
You lied.
But isn't that detective your superior?
Well, even if they didn't mean to lie, sometimes people just remember things wrong.
Like that detective. He does sort of look like a scanner brain.
Ooh, it doesn't matter. Either way, it's bad for us, sir. That's when you have to question the witness. You have to find and expose their lies.
The lies?
Gumshoe, why are you lying to me?
You lied to us. You lied to your friends. What's wrong with you? That's not really a Brooklyn accent, but
no.
It's what's it called? What was it called? Call it like a Jewish mother queens type. You lied to him. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor.
My grandson is
My grandson is he's warlock. He makes potions. Talk about trial by fire. Here goes nothing. As long as I can expose the lies, we should be all right. All right, let's press this bitch. I mean, I love you.
I love you,
Even more
Gumshoe.
incriminating the body, sir, during the date. His date. Now, you're sure he was pushed, and that's how he fell? Yeah, pal. If you look at the wounds on the victim's body, there's no way it was anything else. Please continue with your testimony, detective. Anyway, the victim fell pretty far. He managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. The culprit's name? Yeah, I was surprised too. I didn't want to believe it, but was the name that of my client? I don't like saying it, but it was clearly the defendant's name, Maggie said. Before I do that, broken neck. That's what. So he died of a broken neck. He could not have drawn that.
Yeah.
But let's see what the rest of the stuff is, just to make sure. Are you absolutely certain? Sorry, pal, but that's the way it said. That's what it said. Sorry. This is a picture of it. No matter which way you look, it still says Maggie. He's got a point.
Hey, hold on.
Huh?
Don't harm me. I know the picture says Maggie, but
Now that you mention it, Now that you mention it, something does feel kind of off about this picture.
that's how you know you found a contradiction. Now hurry up and present some evidence.
So that's what spotting a contradiction feels like. I better check the court record again.
Yeah.
Just gonna press everything else.
Sure.
And you're certain that it was the victim who wrote the name on the ground? There were scratches on his fingers from the rough sand. And also, there were grains of sand stuck under his pointer fingernail. It certainly seems that the name was written by the victim himself. That didn't go well. If the writer really was the victim himself, then we're in a lot of trouble.
Don't give up. Keep that fighting spirit going.
I'm glad you're all pumped up, but
I really want to see your special moves, sir.
my what?
You always look so cool when you present evidence.
Present evidence? Oh, that present evidence. Actually, I was just thinking about that.
Yes, the great Phoenix Ride is back. Oh, that's right.
Huh?
I heard that lately you can present not only evidence, but people's profiles as well. It sure makes things a little more complicated, so be careful, sir.
People's profiles, huh? Alright, let's give this another try. So, the issue was... I don't like saying it, but let's put his name. She managed to write a couple of things. Okay, so we're gonna present... I'm gonna check profiles, actually. Policewoman, dating defendant... Winston Payne, sir! This one, right?
Nope.
This one?
Yep.
Because
Because you're already given the waivers got it.
This is a Barragé.
Yeah, because you've already been given the clue that it's a profile that you need to
Yeah.
to
So
present
Maggie's
first.
real name is E-Y, not not
I.E.
Which would not be a mistake that someone who was like
Their
say,
lover, yeah.
intimate with another person would generally forget.
If you're dating someone,
You damn well better get that name right, especially because they're working together, right? They're
Yeah.
coworkers.
I mean, at least get their first name right.
Yeah. What is it? What's come over me? Without thinking, I just blurted out objection. And I yelled at the top of my lungs, finger outstretched, ready to take on my opponent. He's got a rush. Yeah. What a rush! Detective Gumshoe. You're talking to me, pal? Please state the defendant's name for me. Objection! What are you trying to prove with this futile exercise, Mr. Wright? You'll see. This is a very crucial line of questioning. Actually, Mr. Payne, you can answer. The defendant's name, if you please. Where is this ridiculous question coming from? The defendant's name is Maggie Bird. I think someone needs to check the court record. What? It says right here it's Maggie Bird. Ah! Ah! It looks like the bird caught the cat napping. What's going on here? I have no idea either, sir. Sir. Yeah. As you can see, the victim did indeed leave a name, Maggie. However, the defendant's name is actually spelled Maggie. With a Y. This is a blatant contradiction of the facts. Oh, how about that? I hadn't even noticed. But maybe the victim didn't know how to spell her name correctly. Objection! May I remind you that it was you who said the defendant is accused of killing her lover? If they were truly lovers, it would be impossible for him to have not known her name. Now! This is very true, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. Are you absolutely sure? Are you absolutely certain that the defendant and the victim, Dustin Prince, were in fact lovers? Yes, I'm quite certain, Your Honor. They were a very well-known couple in the police force. Detective Gumshoe, please testify for the court the relationship between the victim and the defendant. Yes, sir. Dustin and Maggie.
Aww.
Officer Prince and Officer Boyd had been going out for about a half year. It sounded like they were even talking about marriage. The incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, so Officer Boyd had gotten Officer Prince a present. It was something she had bought over 2 months ago. I should know because she came to ask me what she should get for her.
Oh, Dick. Oh, Richard.
Oh, those two sound like they were close. Nevertheless, tragedy struck. Yes, I see. You may cross-examine the witness, Mr. Wright. What's he so sad about it?
Mind I remind you that there was a picture of Maggie in Gumshoe's evidence locker.
Yeah, in the first case. It was so cute. It makes me so sad. Going about here. How do you know about this? Every year in March we have training camps for cops. Bird was a rookie at the time, and she and Officer Prince did it off.
Actually, I was supposed to go too, but I couldn't pay the deposit for the trip, so I didn't.
Oh, honey.
If only I had gone on that trip.
Oh.
Oh.
He totally has a thing for Maggie.
He was gonna do the thing.
What is it? Oh, nothing, sir, really. Anyway. It sounded like they were even talking about marriage.
Marriage? But wasn't the victim 8 years older than her?
What? You're saying a guy's gotta marry someone the same age as himself, pal?
Oh, because that's a personal slight at himself. No, that's not what I meant at all.
Detective Gumshoe and Dustin were only a year apart, you know.
I think this fella has a ways to go before marriage.
Mind your own business, pal.
Aw.
The day of the incident?
Oh, mind your own business, pal. I got an achievement for questioning. Oh, poor guy. The day of the incident just happened to be the victim. The day of the incident? You mean September 6th?
Yeah, the victim, Officer Prince, had just gotten off duty at 5:30 p.m. that day.
Yeah, duty.
And since Maggie's night shift hadn't started yet, they went to the park for a bit of...
I remember when I was young and in love. Oh, it was a jolly time. That's great, Your Honor. I'm glad you're such a cheerful old man.
Officer Boyd had gotten Officer Prince a present.
You seem to know a lot about the defendant.
Well, that's because I'm a boss. We gotta watch out for my subordinates.
Sure.
But even what she was going to give him as a present, isn't that going a bit too far?
Hey, pal, watch what you say. I know everything that happens under me. If someone so much as scratches their...
I really don't need to know that much.
Mr. Wright, please refrain from badgering the witness.
I agree. Even if the witness has a crush on the defendant, that should not be the point of discussion at this time. Everyone knows he's hot for her.
Whoa, wait a second. Why are we talking about this? It's all your fault, pal. You're guilty. Guilty. I should have you arrested.
I think the good detective is about done here.
It was something she had bought over 2 months ago.
Over 2 months ago?
Yup. She's a very considerate woman, pal.
So, what was the birthday present?
She got him a glove.
A single glove? Why would she only give him one?
A glove.
Actually, Your Honor, the glove in question is a baseball glove. Oh, I see, a baseball glove.
Officer Prince was a huge baseball fan.
A baseball glove? Press it. Press everything. Just now, I believe you said the present was something she had bought over 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Are you sure she bought that glove at a store that far in advance?
Nah, nothing like that, pal.
Then what was it? Then what is it like?
She ordered it. It was custom made.
Custom made? The glove was custom made?
Oh man, he needed a custom made glove.
Hmm.
Yep, that's what I said.
So the glove was custom made. Your Honor, I really don't see how this glove is related to the case.
No glove, no love.
Yeah, no glove, no love. Yes, it would seem that there was little relevance. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Do you think this glove is really relevant to the case? It's always relevant.
Of course it is.
I don't know where this will lead me, but of course it's relevant. The glove is key to this whole case. Okay, well, I may have been overselling it.
Yes! Bluffing to the max! Now this is the Mr. Right I know. I'm so happy you're back, sir. I was wondering how long it'd take. This is great!
Pressing people. I feel like I've done this before. As if I used to do this. As if I used to do this to squeeze information from even the most tight-lipped people. Very well. If you're that convinced, then let's hear some more about the matter.
Actually, I brought the glove with me today.
Oh, I bet you did.
And why didn't you say so earlier? Hurry up and show the court and show the glove to the court.
Well, I didn't think it had anything to do with this case. Anyway, this is it, sir.
Oh my God, it's so gaudy.
I know.
This is rather yellow, isn't it? Baseball glove added to the court record.
Officer Prince really liked the color yellow.
And that's why you had a special order?
Yup, that's right. That and one other reason.
I know. I think this court has heard enough. It is clear that the victim and the defendant were involved with each other. Yes, that's correct, Your Honor. Now, if that is true, it brings up an important question. Was the name Maggie really written by the victim? I see your point, Your Honor. Detective Gumshoe, please tell the court a little more about the name on the ground.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so brand new testimony.
Writing on the ground.
Just give me a haptic here.
Yeah.
Just wanna make sure I got- let me go.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
We first looked into the handwriting. Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. Next, we checked the victim's pointer finger. We found that there was sand trapped on the victim's fingernails. There were also scratches on the skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. From this, we could confirm the victim wrote this name with his right hand.
Oh, I didn't know the. Okay, so I kind of remember this. So we're gonna fly through this really quick and hopefully get into the bread and the steak and potatoes of this game. Yes, a perfectly logical conclusion. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Thank you, Your Honor. So I don't think we need to press any further. So they said he wrote with his right hand.
Mm-hmm.
But if we look into our evidence and into the custom-made glove, it's made for a lefty, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's the normally if your right hand, your catcher hand is the weak hand.
Is the weak hand, and your throwing hand is your strong hand. And this baseball glove is for a left-handed user, not a right-handed.
Yes, hello,
Hello.
Brendan. It is a different night.
Yeah, Ashley's prepping for mini Comey, so we're gonna take this lot today. So hopefully, that's the best case scenario, because then we can just run through the tutorial case and then move over to the steak and potatoes.
Steak and potatoes.
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 Cut them, mash them, put them in a stew.
Put 'em
Cut
in
'em,
a
mash 'em,
stew.
put them in a stew. All right. Detective Gumshoe, take a look at this.
That's the glove, right?
That's
Could you tell the court what is so special about this glove?
What's special? Never really thought about it, but it's really yellow. That's about it.
Yes, it's really yellow, but there is only one of its that's only one of its qualities.
Huh?
I love how he looks at his forehead and his eyes kind of like. There is another reason why it's special. And what would that be? It's very simple. This glove is made for a left-handed person.
Left-handed?
Why, you're absolutely right. This glove is made to be worn on the right hand. Yeah, hamburgers and potatoes.
Yeah.
That's why
Come
it had
on,
to be
Nick.
custom
We have to
made.
go get some hamburgers.
I've never seen a bright yellow. I have never seen a bright yellow left-hander's glove for sale. Have you?
Well, no.
So, Detective, which hand did the victim use to write the name with again?
That's easy. Look, it's obvious from this picture that it was. Wait a second.
Don't forget the victim was left-handed.
Ugh.
Objection! I object! Overruled. Mr. Wright, I would like to know what your line of reasoning proves. There's only one conclusion that can be drawn. The left-handed person would not have written a message with his right hand. Therefore, the person who wrote the name Maggie could not have been the victim. Rubble, 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 rubble.
Rubble, 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 rubble.
Order, order! Now, when you think about it that way, then yes. It is not possible that this name was written by the victim himself.
That mean Maggie is.
He's like super happy. I'm like, no, it's not possible! Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor? The evidence the prosecution has presented has failed to prove the defendant's guilt. In fact, I believe you have proven her to be innocent. No!
All right, you did it, Mr. Wright. Phew, I feel like I can breathe again.
It seems that we have reached the conclusion. You did a fine job once again, Mr. Wright. Your Honor? Well, thank you, sir.
See, you got complimented by the judge again. You're really good. And that's why you can't give up being a lawyer, sir.
Are you joking? I'm more than ready to retire. I will now announce my verdict. Verdict. This court finds the defendant Maggie No, not yet!
Ugh.
Everyone's like, really? I mean, please give me a few more minutes, Your Honor. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Payne? The prosecution is not yet finished. What do you mean? We would like to call our next witness to the stand.
Hey, please.
What? Hey, stop it. And what did this witness witness? Good night, a whole Payne. The moment the victim was pushed to his death. Once more, he saw the very face of the culprit. What the heck?
Where did this come from?
What the nanny TF is this shit?
Pretty much.
Order in this court.
Order!
I believe a recess is in order. Afterward, we will hear from this new witness. I have a feeling that was a bit too easy. I need more information. I'll have to see what I can find out during this recess. I can't let my guard down. It's the only thing that's only going to get tougher from here. Court is adjourned for recess.
You suck on a moldy dick, Payne.
Moldy Payne dick. Do. I should be allowed to say it.
Ooh, different music.
Oh, cool. They even have it colored differently, so you know which type of file it is.
Ah,
That's
neat.
nice.
Oh, that's neat. Amnesia.
That really fun indie game that everyone likes.
The one that made Joyce throw up? I can't believe my lawyer's trying to defend me in such a state. Why didn't you tell me, sir?
I'm sorry I didn't mention it to you.
Oh, I know what to do. I heard you can fix something like this with a really strong shock to your system.
Drive fast, eat ass, brother. Booty, rockin' her word.
Come on, lower your head in a little. A Maggie kick should be all you need. Okay. All right, girl, take it easy.
Remember to be a lot less like the yours to yours. Try that. Lower your head a little.
Lower your head a little.
A Maggie kick should be all you need. Yeah. So just like she's very proper the way she talks, but really it should just be like yes, uses. Even be like really dumb about it, like use alls. Like I'm trying to be smart by making my words more concise, and I'll just sound like an idiot. No. I think I'll pass on this one.
Come on. Oh, I'm sorry. Whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. But I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong and try to tackle everyone's problems.
Oh, Maggie.
Oh, Maggie.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, HD Phoenix Wright makes me hurt more of seeing their
Their faces up
their
close?
faces, like, when the shiftiness in their eyes. Like, before it was like a screen that was like this big, right? When you played on the DS originally, and now they're just like HD. Well, my head's one problem you won't be tackling today.
Yeah.
Well, we're here to solve your problem first. We can deal with mine later. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things?
Of course! I'd be honored to!
And that's why when people follow it's Maggie with her salute, because I just love her.
Well, I guess we'll start with my name. My name, and then we can tell you about, and then I can tell you about me.
Yeah.
Tell you about me.
No, that's okay, really. I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things about myself. So, my name is Phoenix Wright. What a weird name.
This is serious. You really don't remember.
So, your law office work tends to be more like Phoenix Wright than I expected. Lots of yelling.
That is funny.
Like legitimate yelling in the office, or legitimate yelling in like the court.
I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this back and maybe it'll help.
This is a business card?
I got it from you. It's my prized possession. You can borrow it from now on, but please give it back, okay?
Oh, okay. There are some numbers written on the back.
Oh, that's your cell phone number.
That's yeah. You want that accent right?
I don't care.
Then why you bother accent?
Fucking take it.
Take it against the
Take it.
wall.
Take it.
Phoenix's business card added to the record.
Small mousy assistant that's always getting in trouble, shifty clients.
Yeah. Seems about right.
It's called bad voice dubs for a reason.
Yeah, bad voice dubs, not terrible voice dubs.
Hey!
We need
You
to
shut
have
your
a
whore
level-
mouth!
a
You
level-
shut your whore mouth!
What's he trying to say? I don't know. I think he's trying to make me steal. I think he told me to steal third base. Like, I guess for now we should stop talking about me and start talking about this case.
This case?
Yep. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know?
Transitioning
Shut
to
your
bed.
Go back to your home on Whore
Whore
Island.
Island.
I gotta do
Oh.
what's his name again?
Anchorman.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. It's like Ron Burgundy. I'm not wearing any pants.
More
Left.
Can I tell you? I can't think of anything other than incident with that cell phone, but
Cell phone.
yeah. Your eyes lit up when we talked about it in the detention center, sir.
Hurry up and tell me. This might be very important.
Okay, Roger.
Okay.
It was on the day of the crime, just before 6 p.m. I picked up a lost cell phone while I was on a walk with Dustin.
Oh, look at the blue badger!
It's a blue badger!
Thing. Ah, he's so cute. All of that's on there.
All of a sudden, the phone began to ring. Bleep.
Beep boop skeeps. Dude's gonna wake up with a knife at his chest tomorrow morning with a twitchy Joyce above him. Yeah, fair. We had a client there talking about Corpus Magnum.
What is Corpus Magnum? Hello?
Oh, thank you. I've been looking. Like, oh, he's supposed to be like an superstar, right? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone.
Is this yours? Oh, I'm so glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back.
I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
You can call me Maggie.
You can call me Mashi.
Majay.
Mashi.
We agreed to meet up at 6 p.m. Dustin and I waited for the person to show up, but they never did.
So where is the phone you found now?
I gave it to you yesterday.
Huh? Timmy? Is it the phone in my pocket? You mean this?
Do you think it has anything to do with the murder?
The Moida?
Moida?
The Moida? I don't really know, but if my eyes lit up... You can call me the professor.
No, you were here all along!
Maya!
You're so mean! I called you a million times, but you wouldn't pick up! And when I had to check in on the courtroom, everyone had already left!
Maya! Who the heck is this? Let me guess. I'm supposed to know this girl too.
Hey, good morning, Maggie!
Part of those clients' red-white-esque vocabulations. Oh, okay. So he's just talking like he knew shit and I had no idea. I think he was talking about, like, you have to have a court before you can be... You have to have a court. You have to have a trial before you can be sentenced. Corpus something.
I think that was just outside. And a good morning to you, Maya! So, how's it going? Is the word for worse than abysmal? Oh, and what if I said everything will be fine? That's right, it's Maya to the rescue with the ultra-decisive, super important evidence! Here you are, Nick, the thing you wanted me to bring.
Huh? Oh, thanks. What the heck is this? A list? It has about 20 people's names and phone numbers written on it.
It was kinda tough, but I did dig up some dirt. It looks like these guys are up to no good.
No good? As in...
There's a group of con artists the police are currently investigating. I think these guys are members of that group.
Names a list. Why would a group of con artists pop up in a case like this?
Don't look at me!
Where did you get this list from in the first place?
What? Don't you remember, Nick? You're the one who asked me to look this up yesterday.
Oh, is that right?
These numbers were in the memory of that phone Maggie found.
So that's where they were from.
You're awfully forgetful these days, Nick. I hope I never become forgetful of a forgetful old prune like you. Oh yeah, your girl Maya's back. Maya. 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 Maya? Actually, Mr. Wright is...
Mr. Wright, recess is now over. Please bring the defendant and return to the courtroom immediately.
Oh, oops. I guess you have to get going. We can talk about you being old later, Nick. Wish us luck.
I guess I have all the pieces now, more or less. All that's left is to put it all together. I'm not going to lose. I can't.
Come on, Nick. Better get a move on.
Yeah. So cute.
So cute. Too cute to put.
Court will now reconvene. Please call your next witness to the stand, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. But before I do, if I may say a few words.
What is it, Mr. Payne?
It's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see. So I asked that the court might be a little lenient on...
There's no need to give a preface. Just hurry up and call your witness, please.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. The witness calls its next witness a drifter who was taking a walk in a park on the day of the murder.
Oh, God.
Sure, drifter my ass.
Please state your name for the court, witness.
Before I do, I'd like to clarify something. I mean, I should give him like a more like... What kind of voice should I give this asshole? I feel like I want to give him like a very effeminate, like... What's it called? Like... Like, what do they guys got there? Like,
That's the fanciest looking drifter I've ever seen. I know,
like,
right?
He's a fucking... What's
Hello,
he looks like
Lancer.
a host. He looks like a host. Okay, let's see if I can make his... Let's see if I can make his voice a little bit more kind of like... Let's do this, right? Just now, you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps he's a drifter who's taking a walk?
He's the killer. Definitely the killer. Assuming
Did I?
But I won't stand for that. Come on. Now you've tinted the court's eyes and colored me wrong. Sure, I suppose calling me it's just a little bit of death if I can't have it. Really, my life is up with highest top quality, you understand? I'm really looking for the perfect notch unbeatable university, you see? I have a rigorous selection process and what?
Yeah,
I do not touch it with that fast.
Yes, I'm sorry. I understand. I'm very sorry. I'll now be more careful from now on.
What is he?
He's a human chatterbox.
A human chatterbox. Ugh.
I have to ask him. I have to question him.
Him and Old Bag together. Can
Fashion
you
cars, women glasses, and I'm going to university. First class, all need apply. First rates all need apply.
Okay, so I'm gonna give him that. Oh, maybe just give him the. Wacky arm flailing available 2-man. Wacky arm flailing available 2-man. Hi, I'm Stan from Wacky Waving Arm Flailing 2-man. Hi, I'm Stan from Wacky Waving Arm Flailing available 2-man Emporium. Do a shipping over criminal recycling moving sale on you. I'll try that. I'll
Oh
try
my
that voice.
goodness. Oh my
Fashion
goodness.
cars, women, classes, scores, university, high top. First rates only need apply.
Oh my goodness.
Glasses, but aren't you wearing? But you aren't wearing glasses. That's enough. Your name, witness.
Oh, is that how you want to play this? Using power and influence to keep young people down? I see how you work. You old people and your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought wrong.
I'm sorry that won't happen again.
Oh man, I forgive you. All right, I suppose I can tell you my name. I'm Richard Wellington, the drifting virtuoso with a PhD in drifting.
He's a fucking drifter. he's a teriyaki boy. That's what he is.
Follow
Last time,
sub
yeah,
count
yeah.
underneath is broken. What you talking about? What follow sub count? On the channel page or on the stream? If it's on the channel page, I have no idea.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I got nothing. What's it saying? What is it saying? It's on the stream.
Pretty doing just fine for me. Just you want to double check on the third party?
What sub number? Where did my phone go? Ah, here, I found it.
Okay, just double check.
But if you wanted to, you could call me university student in transit.
No, Novus resubscribed 2 days ago. Yeah, so he resubscribed. So he is a new subscriber.
Yeah, you got knocked out.
Boom boom knocked you out.
Haha.
Ahem, Mr. Wellington. On the day of the murder, you were strolling through the park, correct? Gary trying to explain you. Yeah.
It would appear that you are attached to that word, if you must, then by all means.
Oh, maybe give him a British accent. But
You
like
can do that
really,
fast.
a really toy accent. Like, but I remember. But I remind you that no, that's not.
Nope,
But
that's
I remind.
the audacity of that man.
Yeah.
But I remind you,
So I'm trying to figure out an accent that works with it. Anyway,
but I remind you that I am no way a prepubescent boy out on a walk with mom. If you must know, I am.
anyway, please testify to the court what you saw during your walk through the park.
See, you said it again. Taking a walk. You know you.
Oh, he's the judge like, no. Well, what you witnessed will do, Mr. Wellington. Oh, good lord.
Unless he somehow throws more bits at you than I do. I don't think anyone throws more bits at us than you do.
Very
Wayward.
true.
I saw the park. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do remember it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above right in front of my eyes. Without a thought, I looked up, and there I met eyes with a charming young lady. Of course, I remember her sweet face. It was just as pretty as the defendant here. The only thing I saw was the banana that fell with a police officer.
The banana.
The banana. I'm a banana.
That was certainly decisive testimony.
Decisive. Nick, did you hear what he just said?
Yeah.
That's all you have to say? How could you be so calm?
It's strange. My mind is very calm and clear. Maybe it's because I believe in my client.
You mean Maggie?
Yes, and if she really is innocent, then that can only mean one thing. The guy is lying. You may now question the witness, Mr. Wright. I'll find out the truth no matter how well you craft your lies. So I think I already found an issue. He said it was 6 p.m. when he saw the incident happen. But if we reflect back at the autopsy report, okay, never mind. You're right. 6:28 p.m. That's fine. Never mind. We're good. Let me gonna press everything as per law.
The banana.
So you're
I'm a
free.
banana.
It was very
I'm a
rude of you, but then
banana.
again, what can I expect? This is what you get from a man who graduated from a no-name trash university.
No name, trashy.
Now, this might just be hard for a mush-head, feeble-minded baboon like you, but you have to think very carefully about the future of our great country.
But I thought you said that you were thinking about which college to go to just now.
Oh, please. Which university I go to will directly affect the very future of this country.
Wow, what an asshole. That arrogant little snot.
I don't remember the time all that well. I do believe it was past 6 p.m.
How did you know what time it was? I see you're not wearing a watch, so.
Is that the best you can do? Do you think you can discredit me like that? You're just a third-rate biased fool. I guess I can't expect real smiles from you.
His arrogance is really intolerable. What should I do now? After there was a clock right there in the crime scene.
All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above right in front of my eyes.
And how did you know he was a police officer?
You obviously have no idea how powerful my deductive reasoning skills are. With just one glance, I could tell just what kind of occupation he held. That shoddy do-it-yourself hairstyle, the way he tied up those cheap low-quality shoes. Ugh, I suppose it was because he wore the officer's uniform. Shouldn't that statement have come first?
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Hey Nick, do you think he's figured out what I do?
Even I haven't figured out that yet.
Well, then I thought I looked up, and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady.
Are you sure you got a good look at her face?
Oh, fuck! Don't waste my time.
Animals have these things called an eye, Mr. Wright. They use the eye to see things. In the case of humans, we have two. Yes, even you.
I'm gonna put that voice up a little bit more arrogantly.
I don't care if I have them or not. Did you or did you not get a clear look at her face? What? That's what the witness was just about to get to. I would like to request that Mr. Wright not use such a loud voice during questioning.
Sustained. Mr. Wright, please refrain from raising your voice in court.
Then please don't make me have to raise my voice.
Yeah.
Are you finished? I'd like to continue if that's all right with you.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Of course I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant Nick. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell from the police officer.
Banana?
That's a banana? Well, it was actually more like just one. It was actually more than just one. More like a bunch of bananas. Now, what would a bunch of bananas be doing there? I don't know. Why would I know such a thing? I'm only telling you what I saw.
That's really strange. He never mentioned anything about a bunch of bananas. That's it, Nick. He's got to be lying about the bananas.
He could be, but there's no reason for him to lie about there being bananas at the crime scene. What if it's not a lie?
Well, maybe he thought it was seeing one thing and it was something else.
If he mistook something else for a bunch of bananas, then that would be an inaccuracy. Think, Felix, think. My client is innocent. There's no way he could have seen what he says he did.
Which means, if we can somehow show he's lying...
Yeah, that's exactly what we need to do. She's right. She's got a sharp mind, but I wish I could just remember who she is.
Is everything okay, Nick?
So we can present the inaccuracy.
Right away.
The bananas that he saw was probably the baseball.
I got a munchily bunch of coconuts.
Doobity-boop. Well, Mr. Wellington, I believe I have the bananas you saw right here. Ah, so you knew about the bananas too. Well, why didn't you say so earlier? Oh, I hate that head shake. It reminds me of like a person I absolutely despise. But don't think you can just use this as a way to pull more information at me. And that's where you'd be wrong.
Mr. Rye, what is the meaning of this?
Isn't that the baseball glove? A baseball glove? Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite? That's not... No!
Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. This witness loves bananas.
Nah.
This shit is bananas. No, I'm just joking. He has bad eyesight. By the way, just how bad are your eyes? Huh? What are you asking me about? What are you asking me about this all of a sudden? Your Honor, it's very simple to mistake a glove for a bunch of bananas. No, it is not. No, I don't think so. Objection overruled. You're one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean. You're like those people who refuse Galileo. You should use the world to realize there's new possibilities. Sure, in the end, we find out the facts of glove and bananas have one of the viewed far. I think there'll be enough room to drown, don't you see?
Whew.
And that's why I asked you how bad your eyesight is. They're both 2200. They're both 2200. I suppose you're gonna tell me they're terrible, right? Why are you not wearing your glasses today, then? That's because I lost them recently, you see? Of course, I was planning to get a new pair right away. 2200, that's pretty bad, isn't it?
I don't know. How bad is 2200?
But you know, my glasses are no ordinary glasses, so to replace them... How can you even see the lawyer? Yeah. How about the time you witnessed the crime? Were you wearing your glasses then? Uh-oh. How about it, witness? You're
Okay,
an
yeah, that's pretty
evil man. You're like those people who don't know art. She was brave and courageous, only caused by horrible, unrighteous people. And while she didn't do anything wrong, she was still gruesomely burned.
Yeah, okay. 2200 is pretty damn bad.
Yeah. Which boils down to where you were not wearing your glasses at that time. Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and of the defendant cannot be proven by the same witness. But the height difference was only 9 feet. It was very possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing in the upper path.
No.
No, it was not.
No.
Witness, please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, please continue with your testimony.
Testimony.
Please tell the court what happened next, in the moments after you witnessed the crime. The girl in the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report a crime. It was me, Lloyd's voice. It must have been 6:45, and then I made the call. There you go. It's gonna be Lloyd's voice. It's only a one-off, but why not? There must have been a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. So the person who was on the upper path saw you and then ran away. Yeah, that's correct. Which is why even someone without a superior brain like mine can understand that. That girl's the murderer.
Look at his face. Ooh!
Ooh. You may question the witness now, Miss Wright.
What happened next?
Suki Wa. The girl in the upper path ran away as she soon realized. Boop. She ran away just like that? Yeah, she did. She saw me and flew the nest like a guilty bird she is. Look at me shake my head like a fucking idiot. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that pun too hard for someone who only got a third-rate education? Actually, that did take me a few seconds to get. Anyway, if she ran away the instant she saw you, how could you tell it was my client? There we go. The witness has already answered that question. He has stated that the defendant is the culprit. This is true, Mr. Wright. I'm striking your question from the record. How can I get more information out of him?
Press him.
Press this bitch. After that,
Press him like an orange and a...
Immediately? As in immediately. I mean, sure, a minute might have elapsed before I did it, but that's the duty of every good citizen. Or did they not teach you did they not teach you at your pitiful school? You think people learn about how to call the police in college?
Hey, Nick, I think you should take a look at the court record for a sec.
I should.
You should.
It must have been 6:45. It must have been 6:45 p.m. when I made the call. Okay, before I do that, let's double check here. One. I can't present this.
Good night. Thank you for coming by.
Bye. You have a good one.
We'll continue this on the Saturday.
victim of police. His name is Richard Wellington. Drifting right virtuoso, still looking for the quote-unquote right college. You mean the alt-right college? White lives matter. So this is wrong, isn't it? 6:45 p.m. when you made the call? That's a good, like, what, 20 plus minutes away? Okay. How did you know what time it was?
The detective told me. You know which one I mean. The one with the jacket that makes him look like a dropout from a no-name high school.
Oh.
Hey, pal, I graduated from a pretty good, top-ranked college.
Oh, he's defending himself in the freaking gallery. Oh.
Oh, Gumshoe.
I don't believe this.
It doesn't matter. I don't believe I was mistaken on what time I called. And if I'm wrong, then that detective obviously doesn't know how to tell time.
What? Why, you're just some lousy kid who... I think the court can see your point. Anyway, how did the police respond?
They must have had a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes.
You're saying that there were police on the scene by 7 p.m.?
They got there just before that, I think. There usually aren't many people in that area at that time of day. But suddenly, before I knew it, there were people crawling all over, gawking. Look at me, my head like a fucking toad. It certainly says something about the morals of the people of this country.
Oh, he's a foreigner too. I can't find anything out of the ordinary in his testimony.
Why don't you take one more look at the court record?
Yeah, I guess I should. So, a path. After that, I immediately called the police. Must have been about 6:45 when I made the call.
When did he die?
He died 6:28. 6:45 when he made the call. That's a long time. Yeah, like 15, 17 minutes after the fact. Let me pop a coward save real quick.
What's the next statement?
It must have taken a long. It must have been. They showed up within 10 minutes.
Okay, maybe it's the call time. Perhaps. Actually.
Just press it. Just shit on Gumshoe. I feel bad. He's like, I'm not even part of this case anymore. My job is done. I don't need to be here.
Poor Gumshoe. Always getting the shit end of the stick.
Yeah. Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this? You mean the victim's autopsy report? According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 p.m.
So what of it?
You said you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you had called the police, it was already 6:45 p.m. There's clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it?
Oh!
I think this court would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap.
Objection!
The witness is in shock the witness was in shock at the time of the murder. At the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to be expected that he would appear a little dazed. He was teabagging the body for 15 minutes. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. 15 minutes is hardly what I would call a little dazed. Ah! Ah! Mr. Wellington.
Yes?
Explain yourself. What were you doing during the 15 minutes? Answer the question.
Telephone,
Spit it out.
I was searching for a phone booth.
A phone booth? You mean you don't have a cell phone? Ooh, don't lie about it.
You and your question is if you're trying to open up it's like you're trying to open up a layer of a Matryoshka doll. You think you're just really... What was it? Matryoshka doll. You must think you're really something special. Witness. I lost my cell phone. Are you happy?
You lost it? Unbelievable. You lose your glasses and your cell phone.
You must have been very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings. What? What are you saying? Are you saying that first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? Haven't you ever heard of the geniuses that have a strange mind? I know the rationale. I have my own quirk. I don't think it's simple, plain and simply gone.
And brief.
Enough. Oh man. Wait. Hold on a second. He lost his cell phone?
Nick, that cell phone. Could it be?
You mean the phone Maggie found? There's no way. Boy, I didn't see this coming. What should I do now?
Always
the
question
bitch.
further.
Press the attack. Mr. Wellington, where is your cell phone right now? What are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. I found my phone. I'll have you know. I found my phone. I'll have you know. See, here it is. Oh, I see.
Looks like he got his phone. And I thought that just maybe this was his.
But could it be Satan?
Satan?
Satan. Well then, I think we've cleared up this issue. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have his cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by the search for a phone booth, which is an ancient relic of the past, children in the stream. There are no phone booths as prevalent anymore. I think the only times you get phone booths nowadays are at gas stations, right?
Maybe.
Transit stations.
Maybe, if you're lucky.
I know transit stations have cell phones. Or, payphones.
Do they?
They still have payphones, yeah.
Do they?
Yeah. Because...
Do they have payphones or do they have direct lines to taxis?
Payphones. Like one or two, nothing major. Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that. Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright?
Always.
There's always a thing. Your Honor, the witness's testimony does not make any sense. I don't believe that there was ever a need to search for a phone because there isn't. There's a fucking phone booth right in the
there.
photo. How dare you? You can't just make outrageous claims like that. You do have some sort of proof, don't you? Well, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think. All right, let's have this proof then. Proof. Please present proof that the witness had no need to search for a public phone booth. Crime photo 1, I believe. Yeah, it's literally right there. I will fucking present my evidence. It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this. At the crime scene photo. Is there a problem with it? Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something is wrong with you.
Yeah.
No! It's a phone booth. That is correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps.
Exactly. How blind do you have to be to miss that
Yeah.
phone booth?
Mr. Wellington, why did you not use a phone that was right in front of you? Oh! My spleen! I peed myself. Hold on. What does reporting the crime a little late prove to the defense? The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That is reason enough to throw suspicion into his testimony. Yes, this is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness?
Then I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back.
But Maggie said that she was going to return it to him. So there's no reason for him to kill for it. And on top of that, we still have the phone she found anyway.
But if he wasn't looking for a cell phone, maybe he was looking for something else?
Was he? Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any thoughts you would like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing for those 15 minutes? Yeah, he was searching for his phone. There's only one possible explanation. All right, let's hear your explanation.
You're being a weird
However,
kind
be
of
forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive, after I'm doing my coward save.
What kind of Japanese accessories are you getting for your car? The air fresheners, the shoulder strap,
The cushion.
the shoulder cushion, the what was it? Rikumaru headrest.
Senpai bumper sticker. You will be penalized.
Are you gonna Are you gonna rice it out? Is what I'm asking you.
You will be penalized. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Rat.
The Glacko wiper blades entirely because of the Japanese ad I saw. Yes, Your Honor. Ugh. I probably shouldn't have said there was only one possibility.
Please present the court the one piece of evidence that will answer the following.
Whoa.
Why didn't the witness call the police right away?
It's the cell phone. Yeah, it's a cell phone. He was looking for his cell phone. Perhaps this is the evidence you need to be convinced.
Nope, I lied.
Nope. Perhaps.
Before you do, you will be penalized. Oh, they're giving you a really light tap.
Well, I mean, this is only the beginning, right?
Maybe that? You can see? This. Yeah, maybe that's right. He's forging evidence.
No,
Oh,
fuck.
maybe not.
I'm just gonna take shots.
Like you've got the points for it. You can do this. You want to actually take a look at this? Because of Maya.
Because Maya, she's so cute. Look at her little face. Justice. So much justice.
So much justice in those cheeks.
Evangelion 2.22 is just fucking twisted. Yeah, that thing hurts my brain.
I want to see it. Can we actually see the call list?
I can't see.
No? Okay. Nice! Wayward got the star in the
Whoop whoop. Yeah.
This judge is on fire!
Oh god, the judge is on fire. He had to get down? He pushed him, remember? Took 15 minutes to get around to actually...
Or glass.
Justice? No.
With glasses?
Nearsighted lenses.
'Cause
Yeah, his glasses.
Harry.
That's it.
There
yeah,
you
his
go.
glasses. Mr. Wellington.
What? Don't do that. You almost gave me a heart attack.
These are your glasses, aren't they?
Oh, where did you find? Ah!
I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to.
Well, you could buy a local equivalent for the quarter of a price. Oh man, Jake.
That these glasses are in fact yours.
Rabble, 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 rabble.
I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body.
Under the victim's body.
My body's telling me yeah.
Hello, X-Quice. I see you in the chat. Say hello.
X-Class.
Order.
No, wait a second. Hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything.
Your Honor, I think the question is quite clear. As he fell, Dustin Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew he had to find his glasses and searched frantically for them. What he didn't realize is that they were under the victim's body. And that is why it took him 15 minutes to make that call. Mr. Rat, are you indicting? No. Are you is it indicting? Indicting? Are you indicting the witness as the real murderer? Of course! This is precisely what I'm doing. It was indicting, right?
Indict.
I know I'm right. He is the real murderer.
Did you figure it out, Nick?
More or less. Turns out the cell phone that was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now's our chance to deep six this guy?
Like, bury him.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's 6 feet under, yeah.
Yeah, 6 feet under.
I'll sink him in one shot.
But, well, deep six him.
Deep 69 him. That's what the kids say, right?
Deep.
69.
We're I could say, but my bad. And a 7:30 a.m. start. Oof.
Oh,
all
that's
right.
Have a
You
good
do
rest.
you do what you must.
We'll see you on the Catterday for the steak and patats.
Yeah, on the Catterday, and then we'll introduce you to the feisty girl. This is so exciting! Watching you work again?
Somehow my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife.
Deep six this guy? I think I need an adult. Oh shit, I am an adult.
This is the moment I've been waiting for. Hold on. Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand, he accuses the witness of being the murderer.
Yeah, that's right. I'm not a criminal. Third-rate fraud of a lawyer.
In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you are not the murderer.
Well, that's easy. For example, there's the name the victim wrote. What about that?
Oh, you mean the name Maggie?
Yeah, even an idiot like you can read that, right?
Well, we already know this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie with a Y, and the victim was left-handed. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground.
But, wouldn't that mean the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would that person know her name was Maggie or Maggie?
That is a good point. The witness didn't even know Miss Bird before the trial. Oh, I forgot. Was there any way this creep could have known Maggie's name beforehand?
Yes, there was.
It would be best if I could prove the witness had a chance to learn that the defendant's name was Maggie. Now, will the defense please present its case? How could the witness have known the defendant's name? Cell phone. Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct?
So what if I did?
When you realized you had lost it, what did you do?
What did I do?
Didn't you try to find it by calling it?
Why, how did you?
Your Honor, the question has nothing to do with... Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there's some relation between the witness's cell phone and the murder? I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone.
Blip. Hello?
Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone.
Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back to you.
I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
You can call me Maggie.
I think what happened was that he saw the officer with Maggie or something akin to that and panicked,
Yep.
thinking that she had brought it to
Him.
the officer and the officer had found out who he really is.
Yep. Yep.
That was when you learned her name was Maggie. But you made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake? My client's name is Maggie with a Y, but the name that was written on the ground was Maggie with an E. This is a mistake that could only occur if you only knew what. This is a mistake that could only occur if all you knew was how her name sounded.
Not the signature Nokia ring. No, it's not.
It is not.
Couldn't get those rights. Yeah, couldn't get those Phoenix rights.
Hold on. But Your Honor, the witness has no motive. And your point is very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Well, Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone.
That's absolutely correct. I don't have a motive.
Mr. Wright, Your Honor, can you explain what motive this witness would have had? It's very simple, Your Honor.
Are you sure, Nick?
If I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right?
Yeah, but...
Now then, please present to this court proof that the witness had a motive.
Nat, call list.
The call
list.
Mr. Wellington's motive is right here. What is this? A list?
These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found. And we have determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group.
You looked up all those numbers?
Of course. This list of phone numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. The names of the numbers belong to the people who are members of a certain con artist group. What? Con artists? Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington?
This is an outrage. An invasion of privacy. Looking up phone numbers on a person's phone is a worse crime than murder.
Yeah, all right.
You're one of those people who just the cops are ready to brilliant but disrupted a genius at work with the dialogue of the goddess.
All right.
I love the fact that I'm using Lloyd's voice and he mentioned the voice of the goddess. I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want from you is to tell us what this list is about.
You think any of you know what it's like to be such a refined man as me?
Wellington's the guy that doesn't
Your
want
Honor,
anyone to
this
know
is-
what it's on his hard
This is
drive.
unjustified badgering of the witness. This guy reminds me so much of the fucking asshole. He just talks and talks and talks. I'm like, I just need a fucking answer. I don't care what else is there. Just give me an answer. So it goes off. I'm like, oh, you know, blah, 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 blah. No, give me the answer. Yes or no. Are you fucking with me or not? Clear my browser history, Wellington 2019 on his deathbed.
Yep.
Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have the number of a group of con artists on his phone? Isn't that obvious? The witness is a victim, a member of the group.
Remember.
What the fuck happened to Edgeworth? You remember? Oh, if you had watched the last episode, he decided he wanted to, I guess, have an indefinite hiatus as being a prosecutor because of all the issues and the controversy around his place as a prosecutor. During the last part of the final episode in Phoenix Wright, just Ace Attorney, it was shown that he had used falsified evidence, and in this court of law, it is his job to make sure that evidence is 100% clean, and it wasn't. So, amongst all the controversy, the murder trial that he was in, the forged evidence, he decided that he just wanted to take a break. So he's in fact Karma Light. Yes and no. He is under the tutelage of Karma, but he didn't willfully use false evidence.
Yeah, he didn't know it was false.
He dismissed them as people just being jealous, trying to like ruin his career. He didn't actually know that he was using falsified evidence. He trusts his police officers implicitly. Like that's the point, right? Karma, except with the gunshot wound.
Yeah.
Yeah. No! Hello, TK Dodo. Oh, stream friend.
TK Dodo! TK Dodo!
TK, please. All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone were to look these phone numbers up, it would be all over for you. That's why you had to kill.
No! This is too much! My groin!
Oh.
It's like I'm getting constantly punched in the nuts.
This does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain?
No.
Got you now.
Police officer.
Your Honor! What is it, Mr. Payne? Your Honor, this is an unjustified badgering of the witness. You said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago. Please! Please, let's think about the content of that phone call. Why does he have a female?
This voice? This is not a female voice.
Oh, why is it it's a girly script?
Oh.
He is okay. If you remember from the first game, he's always your trial run tutorial lawyer. You might not remember him because he used to be bald. He still is bald. That's a rug.
I'm joking!
And at the end of this, you'll actually
At some point you'll see
No,
the
he-
toupee fall off.
no. I say it like Apollo Justice when he gets that fucking pomp. Is that Apollo Justice? Oh. Anyway, don't worry about it. We won't ruin it. Yeah, no, because he's your trial lawyer. He's not very good at what he does either. But he's
your punching bag.
But he's your punching bag, and he thinks that you and him are like rivals. But we all know Edgeworth is your rival. Hey, TK Dodo, welcome.
TK Dodo! TK Dodo! TK Bird!
welcome to the channel. I'm very happy to have you.
Welcome.
I just want to give you a heads up. This channel is run by 5 gamers who play games together.
As you can see in the picture, there are 5 of us all together.
So
Today
every
is
day,
mainly our Ash's day.
not today. Today is actually.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
So Saturdays are usually my day. Today I took Ashy's day, the character in the green, because she has some work that she needed to get done for Minikomi, which is a fun little thing that happened this weekend, but she needed to buckle down, so she asked for a favor from the squad, so I picked up a spare day. But yeah, 5 people who love playing video games together, so keep an eye out for everyone playing games in different varieties, if that's your thing. And yeah, hope to see you around a bit more.
Yeah. As the chat goes on, the squad bot will come up with our schedule, so you can kind of see who is usually playing on what night.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Thank you. I've been searching for my phone.
Is this yours? Oh, I'm so glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back.
The defendant already had promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Mr. Bird to get his phone back. Miss Bird to get his phone back. Why then would he need to kill anyone?
That is a valid point. What does the defense think about this?
If you think about it logically, then it makes sense.
Then maybe we should think outside the box.
Yeah, if you think like that, let's see. Maybe that slime ball saw something at this crime scene that made him commit murder.
Your thoughts, Mr. Rat, after I do a
Coward save.
coward save. Well, it's cute. It's no longer just Ace Attorney now. It's PWAA. Ace Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. They were like, fuck it. Y'all want to call it Ace Attorney? It's now called Ace Attorney.
Sorry, you mean y'all want to call it Phoenix Wright?
Y'all want to call it Phoenix Wright. For the longest time, people thought it was called Phoenix Wright something, but actually it's called Ace Attorney something. And then, I guess, just after a while, people are like, fuck it.
You know what? Like,
Ace Attorney,
give the
Phoenix
people
Wright,
what they want.
Justice for All, enjoy.
Give the people what they want.
Well, I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner.
But he was promised his phone. So why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant?
I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there.
Well then, Mr. Rat, what was this something that didn't agree with the witness? It wasn't a something.
It was a
someone.
who.
What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim.
The victim? You mean Dustin Prince?
Dustin Prince.
Oh yeah, if you love puns, by the way, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Everything is a
Prince.
pun. They're just sneaking the puns everywhere. This is the Sparta one, isn't it? The Sparta
I
joke?
thought that was the next one.
That's the next one, I'm sorry. But yeah, there's a ton of freaking just jokes. So I highly suggest you play this yourself if you haven't had a chance to yet. And then come back and watch it again, because it's still funny. It's always funny.
It's aged really well.
Yeah. And then, yeah, this HD version is really good too.
This game is like fucking
With no time to
12
change,
years old.
he went to the park still wearing his police uniform.
Oh!
Right, he had immediately left, right? The girl that picked up my photos was the policeman. He couldn't have known that they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. If I do anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible they had already run a check on his phone.
So he went into a panic, is that what you're saying?
Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Mr. Payne, do you have any comments? I'm thinking. It seems that the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are...
Impressive. Not bad for a person with a third-rate education.
Oh, you get another evil laugh
Lord,
today.
Evil laugh number 2.
Top DPS evil laughs.
I make it. Because this is definitely not the last evil laugh that happens.
What is it? Oh, what's that supposed to mean?
The evidence! Evidence!
Ugh, that guy is really creeping me out.
All you've been waving around and talking about is the suspicious cell phone, suspicious phone number, this suspicious con group, that. They're all on the phone. But who's to say that phone is really mine? Where's your proof? Where's your evidence?
You want proof that this phone is yours?
I already told you earlier. That phone I lost. The phone I lost, I've already found it. You don't even have the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to. But you can't be sure it's mine, you simpleton.
What? That is true. Fuck, you got me.
Feels good to see you squirm.
We do seem to have a problem in our hands with this cell phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing that, it's meaningless as evidence. Actually, I do know this phone is. Your Honor! This is bad. I can't let him turn the tables on me like this. Where Rashi laughs. DPS, where Rashi laughs and little kids get scared for life. True. This cell phone. There has to be something I overlooked. There has to be. Maybe the store numbers, fingerprints on the phone. It's the phone's store numbers. This phone has the names and numbers of those in the con group in its memory. I can show them to you, Your Honor.
I don't believe this. What are you talking about? What we're trying to do is determine who the phone belongs to. Who cares about what phone numbers are stored on it? Besides, who knows? Maybe you wouldn't added some of those phone numbers in yourself.
The witness is quite right. I'm afraid I have to reject the defense's proposal. That jerk is back to his arrogant and annoying self again. The cell phone. There has to be something I've overlooked. There's got to be.
I guess it is.
I've got it. We should check for fingerprints. He swayed the topic to distract the fact that he's at fault here.
Yeah.
Well, they have to prove motive. And the problem is that the motive is that the cell phone belongs to him and it contains compromising information. So as soon as you remove the motive, it doesn't make any more sense, right? Fingerprints? Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some fingerprints on this phone.
Nick, don't you remember? When you got that from Maggie, you wiped it off.
Oh shit! Son of a bitch. I what?
You said there was sand all over it, so...
Wiped it? I wiped it?
Pretty thoroughly,
Oh my god, what have I done?
Oh, it's oh so much watching third-rate trash babble like morons among themselves.
He's made a complete recovery.
How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here, you see? Oh, and incidentally, you can't check the numbers stored on this phone. It must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared.
Oh my god, so
Oh my
while he was losing his shit, he wiped the phone. You've got to be joking. You erased all the numbers I was going to use as evidence. Mr. Wellington?
What's this? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you.
Where did you finally find your cell phone?
Oh, you're too much! And of course you have no idea what I'm talking about.
Oh my... Now I remember! Huh? Looks like they hung up.
Good. I finally found it.
So he clubbed him over the head to pick up to recover his cell phone. And in the mess, because he's blind as a fucking bat, he picked up the wrong cell phone. So that's when. What's the pun on his name, Joyce? Wellington? Is it a bird?
Because he's a drifter, and he's a hobo, but he's Richard Wellington.
Yeah,
he's
rich
and well off.
Yeah.
What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes?
Nick, we worked so hard to get this far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. If you don't do something quick, he's gonna get off scot-free.
The ringtone's gonna get old real quick. I don't think they play this. They don't play that cell phone. No, this won't go any further than this. No, I'm lying. It might actually. Actually, you know what? The funny story with all Phoenix Wright games, everything tends to link to each other.
from tutorial to end case. So it might, but I don't think it shows up as often. I honestly prefer the Steel Samurai.
Dun, 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 dun.
There's gonna be more of that in this Phoenix, right?
Hey,
I know this phone has to be his, but how am I supposed to prove something like that? Mr. Wright, if you cannot prove who the owner of that cell phone is, your indictment has no basis, and therefore no power. It looks like you came up a penny short. Where did I go wrong? I wonder after I say. Don't judge me.
Greetings,
Undead.
Undead.
Hello.
Hello.
We're almost the tail end of this.
Surprise! It is a surprise Phoenix Wright Day because Ash is busy.
So we took over.
Don't blame yourself. You're merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? There's something
Why are you?
When are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet.
Who I am? The court hereby concludes the cross-examination.
That will be all. I'll have to bid you gentlemen and ladies goodbye. I have a reservation at an ultra-fancy restaurant on the upper side of town.
Oh. Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day, so please, bon appetit. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let it go at that? Raise a flippin' objection. Raise a little hell, raise a little hell,
Objection.
raise a little hell. Wait, please wait, Your Honor.
All right, Nick.
Where's the fabulous gay baby with the what? Blonde streak?
With the blonde streak.
Oh, blonde streak.
You'll see.
What? Oh, who's this guy? He's a
Wellington.
dude. Wellington? He's a dude. he's an asshole. He's a murderer.
I think I may be able to.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I think I may be able to prove it. Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright? Everything.
Objection!
Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended. Besides, the defense is just going to badger the witness with more inane questions. You will not harass the witness. Is that clear, Mr. Wright? Like, I don't think I'll be able to push him in this case.
No.
Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney.
Please, Your Honor. Very well. Well, this is your last chance, Mr. Wright. You may present one piece of evidence to the court. I only get one shot at this. If you cannot prove everything, it's over for your client and for you.
Ooh.
That is why I'm gonna do a hot save. Don't judge me. Do you fully understand? Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. I'm sure you're well aware, Your Honor, but cross-examination period has ended. Were you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence. Oh! Now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance. It all comes down to this. It's go time.
It's go time.
Please present the one piece of evidence that will explain everything. I think it's my business card. It's funny, since I have one chance, but clearly I have, like it
at
only
least-
gives me 3 bars. I'm pretty sure what's gonna happen is if I failed, it would be like, boosh, 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 like, just destroy it. But
Maybe.
I think it's my business card. It's got my number in the back of this, though. So I can call my note, if I can prove it's
I want
myself.
someone to call them my number, yeah.
I think it is. Wow, thank you. How nice. Here, please have one of mine. Oh, that's very classic Japanese, where because like your business card is an extension of yourself. It's very like it's very
Give and take.
it's very like you exchange it. It's like as a like the first as been business people like network with each other. I got the judge's cut. It's written in fancy script. The ink is strong and clear, but I still can't read it. I wonder if that actually sticks with me forever. It'd be great. Wait, what am I doing? This isn't time to be exchanging business cards. Your Honor, there is something very important about that card.
The
And
back
that is
of the card.
The back, the name. I am motherfucking Phoenix motherfucking Wright. I rest my case. Mic drop. It's rude to grab. It's always rude to grab a card with only one hand. Yeah.
Correct.
Two hands. Yeah.
And don't fold it and stuff
Don't
it in your
fold
back
it.
pocket.
You must cherish it like it is a small child. You put it in your wallet carefully, or whatever case you have, and that's it's precious, precious. It's precious, so precious. Just tender, loving care when you handle it. This card is important because of what's on the back.
Huh? You wrote your cell phone number on the back.
But that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone?
Huh? Right now? But court is still in session.
It's okay. You'll see.
Okay, if you say so.
Oh, she's got a nice little pink one. But then, I think the Steel Samurai is the affairs preparing something, Mr. Rat. You're going to call my cell phone now. And then the court will see everything for what it is. Of all the idiotic, stupid things to...
What? Why is my phone... What is this stupid sounding ringtone?
Mr. Wellington. How strange. I could almost swear that you're holding my phone.
You're... No, I can't!
By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for putting a lump on my head this morning. I don't think I need to explain any further except to say, when you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one.
Oh shit. Third's great.
So that is what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington. He's a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone. And in order to hide his involvement with the con artists group, he had become paranoid and lost all ability to make rational judgments. Then Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding. It's Mr. Wellington's, naturally. Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne?
He was arrested.
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird. Say it with us, everybody. Not guilty.
Confetti!
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Yeah, we did it, everybody. Whoop, whoop.
What's stuck in your fur?
Also, damn, where's being cutie?
I knew that the real you would shine through eventually. I'm so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I feel really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me.
Oh, Maggie, don't blame yourself. Huh?
My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Your whole life? It can't be that bad, can it?
It's that bad.
Oh, it's that bad.
It's that bad.
Oh, it's that bad. Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the ninth floor of my apartment building, I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and never won or ever tied a game of tic-tac-toe. My life has been really nothing but a string of disasters.
Aww. That's pretty bad.
Up until I went to college, I was known as the goddess of misfortune. And then, at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless.
Oh.
Lady Luckless? What's worse is that my misfortune always seems to latch onto those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help.
That's right. You were talking about this earlier.
It happened again recently, too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave him her hand, and before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house. I'm sure that dust is gone because of me. That's not true. That glove didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It was just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts.
Oh, so they weren't really lovers at all. She was just being nice to him?
They might have been dating.
Maybe.
Oh, I see. Everything's all my fault. Dustin's death, your head being all messed up.
Oh, well, I don't think my head is messed up. Is that messed up yet?
I'm gonna find a new life for myself starting now. The next time we meet, I'm sure I'll have found a whole ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir.
She does not.
Spoiler alert, she does not.
She does not. It's like, it's gonna be fine. She won't be fine. She's like,
It'll be great, sir. It's not gonna
it's
be
not
great.
gonna be great. I'll have a whole ocean of luck. She's not having luck. Yeah, after all, the goddess of misfortune is only a name.
You bet. I'm gonna make it. I promise.
She doesn't.
Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess.
That's fair.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going. Okay, good luck to you. Thanks. You take care of yourselves too.
What a horrible day. Got my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy.
But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office.
I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So, this might sound bad, but, who are you?
What? I thought you said you had your memory back!
At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Detective Gumshoe, he's someone I've had clashes with in the past during certain cases, but he's also been a good ally during others. The judge, he's a lovable, kind old man who's easily swayed by other people's opinions.
Why are you on the...
But in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict. No one he's not gonna remember Pain. This person, I haven't got to. He seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaking me for someone else. No one remembers Pain. Maya?
You finally remembered.
This is Maya Faye, my assistant. That's right. I have so many unforgettable memories about her.
That you already forgot.
For example...
Nick, what's wrong? You keep staring at me. Don't tell me you've missed me.
well, yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages.
Oh? Well, I'm back now, so it's time for us to create new memories together.
Alright, sounds good. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. Guess I have to start over from the very beginning.
Come on, Nick, let's go to our usual burger joint.
Yeah, girl. Okay. Actually, it hasn't been long since she came back to my life. Is it canon they get together? I forget.
No.
No, that's right. He actually marries someone else, doesn't he?
What? No. No?
Yeah,
No?
the magician girl. That's his daughter.
That's his daughter.
But he ends up...
No.
Oh, never mind. And that story began on one rainy afternoon 2 months ago. Okay, so this is explaining how Maya came back. And
Yeah.
Apparently that's the first...
This is the...
It will be the...
So we rewind in time.
Ah, brand new character!
Yay!
Well, I want to
Oh,
say my
little baby
profile.
Mystic.
Do we want to start the next trial? No, we'll save that for Saturday. We'll start Saturday's trial with a brand new episode, Reunion and Turnabout. And that was no accident. So we'll get a little preview of what's happening next. I was drugged with sleeping pills. Oh, someone else talking. I was murdered by that person. Oh,
Oh.
this is
We're doing a channeling.
yeah, someone's channeling the dead. Oof. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it?
Eenie?
Oh my god, is it Eenie Meenie?
Yes, this is
Oh,
Eenie
it's the girl
Meenie.
with the beanie, right?
It is Eenie.
Oh.
I finally get to see you again, and
It's not your fault. You didn't do it.
no, I did. I killed that person.
But that wasn't you.
It doesn't matter. It might as well have been me.
Oh, so something went wrong with the channeling, and that the spirit she channeled became vengeful. I can't believe something like this happened. The events of that gloomy, rainy afternoon that started this whole mess keep playing through my mind.
Dun dun dun.
All right, we will. We'll move on. Oh, new characters all the way around. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us for today. We are going to stop now and then proceed on Saturday. We'll start right into the thick of things with the brand new episode called Reunion and Turnabout on Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. Thank you so much for joining us. For those of you who are new here, don't forget to follow us so you can watch more of this. We're 5 people who play video games together, sometimes together. Mostly on Saturdays we have team streams. But tomorrow will be Friday. That's gonna be James playing Assassin's Creed, and then we're back on Saturday to play Phoenix Wright, Justice for All. Sunday we'll have a team stream, and then that's gonna be a thing. So again, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Rashi,
I'm Joyce.
and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.